Welcome, everyone, to Young at Heart, session number 137. I'm Father James DeLucio with the Paulist Fathers here in our library at the Paulist Rectory in New York City, and I'm tempted to call this session Late Night Young at Heart, for I'm recording it late in the day. In fact, it's 8:47 almost here in the evening of this August 1st night, and I thought that I would share with you just one poem that has stayed with me since I was in high school for many reasons that I can surmise and reasons I don't fully know. But it seems very apropos for all that's going on in the world right now, because we need courage and we need to look to God or our higher power, if that's where you're at, to allow faith and hope and love to just fill our beings in the midst of all the turmoil of the day. And with that serenity can come courage, with an identity with others and their suffering, with an identity with nature and nature's dying and rising, and the change of seasons really are tremendous examples of courage, and that each season in its own time has a blessing that's enough and yet not fully realized until another season takes over and adds its contribution, as we have to add our contributions to the troubles and problems of our time. This poem is by Tennessee Williams, who is not a poet really, although he was a poetic playwright. And in this poem from the play The Night of the Iguana, which I encountered in high school, I always liked it, about people struggling, as they often do in Tennessee Williams plays. He's very good at highlighting human suffering and the vulnerable and the weak. And although in most of the plays, as he highlights the vulnerable and the weak, he has this deep sadness over the suffering in the world. Yet, if we're truly people of faith, we recognize that suffering can give way to new insights, and his plays can give us those new insights of compassion and identifying with those who suffer, so that we can make this world a little less oppressive for everyone. So here's the poem from The Night of the Iguana. How calmly does the orange branch observe the sky begin to blanch, without a cry, without a prayer, with no betrayal of despair. Sometime while night obscures the tree, the zenith of its life will be gone past forever. And from thence, a second history will commence. A chronicle no longer gold, a bargaining with mist and mold, until at last the broken stem, the plummeting to earth, and then an intercourse not well designed for beings of a golden kind, whose native green must arch above the earth's obscene, corrupting love. Yet still the ripe fruit and the branch observe the sky begin to blanch, without a cry, without a prayer, with no betrayal of despair. Oh, courage! Could you not as well select a second place to dwell, not only in that golden tree, but in the frightened heart of me? And there's our prayer for the night. Ponder it as I have for 50 years, and I still find hope in it, as I find hope in you. Thank you for being with me this evening. If you want to tune in to Mass tomorrow, I will be the presider and preacher. One of the reasons why I'm so late today is I kept writing and rewriting my homily, but it does have to do with courage, as you will see. You can tune in on Facebook at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time to Church of St. Paul the Apostle, New York, or if your time would have other things going on, you can tune in to YouTube, Church of St. Paul the Apostle, anytime probably after noon Eastern Standard Time. And then you can pray with me and relate to how this poem, in a way, along with the gospel story of the multiplication of loaves and fishes, inspired me for a call to courage and generosity. Stay safe, everyone. Have a good night's sleep. Take good care. Until next time, God bless. Bye, everyone.